Hello, this is Diné here, your time management expert, and in this video, I wanted to talk about mom guilt. Many moms, they tend to get frustrated when they reflect on what actually got done is not what they actually wanted to get done. When our thoughts start ruminating over the unattended, we may tend to feel guilty. And as you would imagine, it will show up or is experienced differently from one person to the next. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the main reasons behind mom guilt and give you some examples of some of the consequences that may affect not just you, but the ones that are closest to you as well. The pressure to play that motherly role based on what society has us believing that is, trying to meet the expectation based on the cultural norm of what an ideal mother is can shape how we feel as a mother. This idealized image often ignores the challenges and complexities of motherhood, and that there can be as many ways to mother a child as there are children in this world. Not fitting that picture perfect image of being able to easily balance work, family time, and self care time, some moms develop this feeling of inadequacy that can ultimately affect their well being due to the constant guilt from self criticism. Many moms have high expectations when it comes to mothering that can come from these cultural and societal ideas that our subconscious has picked up on how a mother is supposed to be motherly and instinctually know what to do when she delivers her baby. In reality, it's a learning process, which in itself requires guidance and support. This also stems from social and cultural views that we pick up when watching movies or videos or watching other people on social media who are not likely going to show that there are down times when it comes to parenting. Because in reality, as with everything else in life, there are ups and downs, but the downs are not widely acknowledged. The guilt around not meeting these expectations creates stress that can impact your physical health, resulting in symptoms such as digestive issues, sleeping problems, and also headaches. So, unresolved, this chronic stress can weaken your immune system, leaving you vulnerable to more serious health conditions. The challenge of balancing a career along with motherhood becomes overwhelming for many moms. The guilt around not spending enough time with their kids or the guilt around not spending enough time at work can have them torn between how they should be allocating their time. As a result, they'll overdo it, trying to handle both, which can lead to burnout. Feeling exhausted most of the time because they're juggling so many responsibilities and not tuning into their body and its limits. Not being mindful with this will affect your emotional and physical health. In reality, while there may be some super moms out there who didn't get there overnight, I might add, the majority of moms aren't and have perceived limitations. So it's crucial to be proactive when it comes to your need for support and some downtime. Mom guilt can come into play for those moms who are resentful now that they have kids because they're not taking care of themselves the way that they did before they had kids, or how they would like to now that they do have kids. Out of guilt, some moms will prioritize their children, neglecting their own need for self care. Not because they want to, but that they feel they should or supposed to. This idea that you need to give an unlimited amount of time to your kids tend to backfire because it'll leave you with a sense of feeling like you're losing out, feelings of resentment. And you do actually wind up losing out, not just on missed enjoyment for yourself, but on those moments that should be meaningful with your kids that you won't be able to get back. The time that you take for self-care is not only crucial for the maintenance of your mental and physical health, but it will have a positive impact during the time that you spend with your kids as well. Because balancing your time accordingly will allow you to be more present during those times when you need to be. We have to remember not to take everything at face value. We'll tend to compare our mothering skills to what we see other moms have done or what we see in the media, and that can trigger feelings of inadequacy, leading to feelings of guilt because we did not perform as another mom did. Remember that there is not just one way to mother a child. Even within the same household, your kids are parented differently, whether you realize it or not. There's no one size fits all when it comes to parenting. What one mom does for her child may not be what's needed for your child. Not to mention that we don't know what's going on behind the scenes in someone else's household. With each child, it's about being flexible and adapting for that specific child's needs. It's important to stay confident as a mom and not be swayed about what someone else decided to do for their child. Habitually comparing your parenting style to another is like compounding that guilty feeling, which can affect a mom's self esteem and self image because of the constant self criticism. Cultivating a healthy mother child relationship may be at stake when you're not making choices based on the need of your child. And even your child may pick up that you are having them do things that the other kids are doing, and you're not really focusing on them. So some moms, they may feel that they need to align their parenting style with what they see other moms around them are doing. And so they may feel guilty that they are not following what is considered the norm, or feel challenged when someone questions them about the decisions that they decided to make for their family. Or they may feel that they won't get the support or understanding from other moms if they don't make choices that align with that mom group. Even choices like being overly permissive or overly strict for the sake of conforming may be against what you feel is right for your child. And as a result, you feel guilty because you're not doing what feels right for your specific situation. Many parents feel guilty with how much screen time their child is exposed to. So finding that balance, it is a struggle as it can become a barrier to cultivating meaningful connections and enjoying that one-on-one time to be present with your child. Feeling like that is how the child unwinds. So taking away the screen time, that also creates a sense of guilt. It's like we're forgetting that most of us weren't even brought up with these handheld gadgets. But we think that it's the only way to stay preoccupied instead of tuning into what kept us preoccupied when we were younger. And you'll know when it's too much because you'll get those cues such as sleep disturbances, depression, anxiety, or problems with their social emotional development, giving you signs that their screen time is excess. Guilt around not being able to give their child what's considered a normal life surfaces for mothers who have children with special needs or health issues. Some sacrifice their own needs, wanting and always feeling that they could do more for their child to make life as easy as possible so they don't have to deal with any added challenges. As a result, they may feel torn making decisions that is in alignment with their values and personal priorities. Their overwhelming sense of guilt tends to impair their judgment when it comes to decision making that is in alignment with what they really want to do. Wanting to give their child all of the opportunities they can, but are unable to due to the financial circumstances, can leave some moms feeling guilty due to the economic stress. Not wanting the child to feel less than because they are not able to engage in the same opportunities as another family. Financial constraints create guilt in a mom who feels burdened by this. The emotional and mental burden that this guilt causes can lead the mom to feeling not good enough, which will also affect her self image. And it'll prevent her from being as productive as she would like because she's not feeling good enough. And this will play out in different aspects of her life, including work and personal goals. Reflecting on your own childhood, some mothers may feel guilty if they had a more meaningful, fuller, a better childhood, and feel that they're not giving their child the same experience. Considering that the parental standards shown to them when they were growing up is not being upheld, that they've gotten the opportunity now to become a parent. So, as children, we're taking in all sorts of information from our parents, just as our children are watching us now. So we have to be mindful of how we express our emotions, including when we're feeling guilty. While being a mother may be rewarding, the challenges from one generation to the next is different. So it's important that we don't inadvertently teach our kids unhealthy self reflection habits like perfectionism and self blame. When we are so caught up in our situation, it is so real to us, leaving us feeling like that is just the way life really is and there are no other options for us. And the one thing that's true is the feelings of guilt is real because you feel it, but that's about it. The story that we created around why we have the guilt or how we're reacting or living out our lives as a result of the story, it's not our destiny. The truth is that we can take steps throughout our day to make time for something different for ourselves. And there's no time like now to create a change that you want for yourself. It's worth doing the work, doing that self reflection to notice how mom guilt is playing an impact in your life and the choices that you make in your day. And then doing the inner work to resolve what's triggering these feelings in the first place and target behaviors that need to change as well. As an expert who specializes in working with the subconscious mind, I have seen how working with the subconscious can make changes in a person's life in a short amount of time, helping you to find what the real underlying issue is. So, if this is something that you'd like support with, feel free to reach out to me using my profile Calendly link and know that change is possible for you. I thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.